I'm going to move on. But when he heard this, he said, "It is not those who are healthy who need physicians, but those who are sick." Very true. And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, that's obvious. I mean, like I said, you have to look at your church. You have to look at the churches today and how they're catering to whom. Are they catering to the poor? Are they going after the poor? Are they going out in the streets where, they know these people are who are lost? Or is your congregation going after these people? Are they going after those souls? Because if they're not, if they're just catering to the congregation that's already there, well, we know they're already there. You're there. We know they're showing up. They have a number, a ledger that says, this is how many people show up at the church, and they're the same people. You know why? Because they do it through tithes. They know who's showing up. They know who pays what. If that's all your church is doing, then that's not really a church. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention the church is the people, not the church is the building. So you got to really look at that. What is your church doing? And don't say they got some corny outreach in Mumbai or something like that. Get out of here with that. I mean, anyway, it is not those who are healthy who need physician, but those who are sick. But God, but go and learn what this means. I desire compassion. I'm going to stop right there and talk about that. Compassion. Oh heavens, compassion. Somebody slapped you, you turn the other cheek. Compassion. That's not really, well, it is a sort of compassion, but compassion upon the people. Do you have compassion for the people? Do you have a love for souls? Do you love, not love who you already know, not love your family and love your congregation. Of course you love them. You're supposed to love them, love them. But I'm talking about a stranger off the street, who hasn't washed in weeks, is hungry. The Bible constantly talks about compassion. God constantly talks about, children. If you did it unto them, you did it unto me. And he's not talking about just kids. He's talking about his children, like you, grown people. You are still his children. Father, children. If you did it unto them, you did it unto me. The vagabonds and the lonely people, compassion upon them. This is what he's talking about. This is why he gathered around those type of people, because they need love, and he loves those. Like Jesus really loved those people. You know what I mean? Of course they were mired in sin, as we all are, or were at one time. We were all born in sin. But compassion, you just don't see a lot of compassion today. Everybody's on YouTube fighting and cursing each other out and twerking and just all unruly and ungodly. It has nothing to do with God. Everybody wants to play smack cam and smack kids and, pull out guns and fight. Just compassion. Compassion is so deep. And it's not easily acquired. And you need to have some compassion if you want to be Christ-like. If your desire is to be Christ-like, you need to get some compassion. You need to show some compassion on those who you don't know, those who don't have money, those who don't have your best interest in mind, those who probably are out. Let me tell you, Paul had compassion on people who tried to kill him. Matter of fact, they stoned him. They stoned Paul and then they threw him out of the city because they thought he was dead. Paul got up and went back in the city and kept preaching. Mind you, Paul was a Roman. These are Roman people stoning Paul.